Mr. Connolly from Virginia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome to our two witnesses. And let me begin by saying to the Postmaster General, I've been a critic, but I have to say I am persuaded in your tenure and in your testimony today that you are certainly committed to the Postal Service and to making it viable. We're not going to agree on a lot, and I'm going to remain critical, but my hat is off to your commitment, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Hull, the Postmaster General's got a 10-year plan called Delivering for America. Is that correct? And please speak directly into the microphone so we can hear you.
Yes, that's correct.
Louder.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And did that plan include either a break-even financial position by the end of it or even a slight profit?
So the initial plan did. The Postal Service just released 2.0, the updated version of the plan, and the updated version did not include that information.
So we had one in 1.0, but not in 2.0. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Correct, yes. Correct.
And why was that? Why would we drop a financial projection of either a slight profit or a break even and be silent about it, apparently?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I assume there were uncertainties, but that would be a good question for you.
Could it possibly be because the plan, in fact, is not working?
That would be a great question for Mr. DeJoy.
Well, how many rate increases have there been in the last 2 years in the Postal Service?
Don't know the answer to that question, but there have been several rate increases.
Mr. DeJoy, do you know the answer to that question? How many rate increases have we experienced?
I think 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And what normally the Postal Regulatory Commission, as I understand it, might approve 1, but 6 or 7 would be a little bit out of the norm, would it not? I mean, you made the point that we are below industrial countries' average, and that's a good point. But as you know, that's not how consumers experience it. They experience it, whether they're businesses, package deliverers, or individual homes, they experience it as inflationary relative to what they were paying previously. And 6 to 7 rate increases is a lot. Ms. Hull, the Postmaster General noted that, as did the ranking member, that we're going to lose $9.5 billion projected this year. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
And it was $6.5 billion last year. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's a big increase. When you're losing $9.5 billion in the midst of a 10-year plan, isn't it a little difficult to say success?
I think financially there have been some serious challenges, and that's why we are pushing for increased transparency into the finances of the Postal Service so that those targets and the trade-offs can be clearer.
What do you mean by transparency? For example, would one of the elements of transparency be tell us when you think we're going to break even or have a small profit?
Yeah, just give some financial projections overall, right, on the results of the plan.
And that's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah, I got it.
Were those projections included in DFA 2.0?
No, they were not.
Why not?
No,
I'm asking you as the Inspector General. Did you inquire as to why that was missing? That seems kind of important to me in any financial plan.
Right, yeah. When we issued a report on the Delivering for America plan, it was prior to the 2.0 being released. And so one of the recommendations that we made was that the financial projections that were in 1.0 were not really relevant anymore. So many things had changed, and so it's really important for the Postal Service to release updated financial projections. That recommendation, I think, is due to be closed the end of this year or early next, and so we did make a recommendation to that effect in that report.
It seems to me that's got to be an important part of any plan if it's going to generate confidence both in the consuming public and here in Congress. I thank you both for being here today, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Chair recognizes